Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Melissa Tranquille. A very special welcome to those of you who are watching me live from the Coaches Writing Up Facebook group, on LinkedIn, and even the YouTube channel. A special welcome to you. Today, it's our second step. We're going to be talking about our second step in the seven-part series that we're running this week and the 2 days next week. It's 7 steps to launching your online coaching business. Now, this is for you if you are totally new coach and you just want to follow it through to see if you're on the right path. This is also for you if you someone who is contemplating starting your online coaching business, whether you want to start it as a side hustle or whether you want to start it as something to eventually replace your 9 to 5 job, then this is exactly for you. So if you are a coach, if watching me live or watching the replay, I want you to just let me know in the chat box. Just say, let me know what type of coach you are. And if you're someone who is contemplating starting a coaching business, then type yes in the chat box and let me know that you are actually new to this and you would really, really love to start your coaching business. For those of you who don't know me, I run MT Training Enterprises and we offer a number of services. And one of those services that we offer is where we help coaches to build a profitable coaching business. So, hence the reason why we're running these 7 steps to launching your online coaching business this week. So let's dive right into it. Step one, we cover the importance of finding your deep why. It's your first step. I won't go through that in detail. If you missed it, please go back to the video so you can watch this again. And what I want to stress on is that it is very, very important that you take the time to find your deep why because this is your driving force in your business. And you want to start this off for the right reasons. If you're starting it off based on the wrong reasons, then of course you won't get very far and you will not achieve the success that you desire. So finding a deep why is crucial. Let's dive into step two of starting your online coaching business. And step two basically is deciding how you want to help clients. I must say it's important that you get this nailed down correctly because any misalignment within your heart, within your soul, any misalignment, whatever, it just won't work. So you have to be aligned with this. You have to be aligned with how you want to help your clients. You have to feel it within your soul that this is what you should be doing. This is what you want to do, and this is what you should be doing. So if you're completely new to this, I want to leave you with some helpful tips to guide you in determining how you can help your clients, right? So I'm talking to the coach who wants to start a coaching business and doesn't know, well, what should I do? Where should I start? How do I decide on which area, which niche I should go into? Right? So make a list of things. Start by making a list of things that you're passionate about. What are some of those things in your life that you're passionate about? I remember once I was listening to Dr. Joe Vitalis, one of his trainings, and he was speaking with he had a client and she wanted to start making money and she was struggling as to what to do. And when he asked her to examine what she was passionate about, she realized I'm really, really passionate about playing the guitar. And then he was like, so what about playing the guitar? And she shared a story of how she learned guitar in just a weekend. You know, her own method of learning guitar in just a weekend. And that was her profitable idea. I mean, she went off to creating an ebook, How to Learn Guitar in a Weekend, to eventually coaching clients. So it's really, really crucial that you take the time to work through this and you ask yourself, what are some of the things that you're passionate about? Make a list of those things. What are some of the problems that people usually come to you for? So if you look back in your life, your professional life, your personal life, what are some of those things that people always, it's kind of recurrent, that they just come to you when it pertains to this, they always come to you for assistance, right? In what ways would you personally love to help people, right? When you look at your life, you look at your expertise, how would you love to help people? In what way? And what are some of the things that you're just naturally good at? We all have talents, talents, special talents that were given to us. And if you examine those talents, what are some of those talents that you're naturally good at? And again, here you're not making a decision at this point. At this point, you're just brainstorming. So in brainstorming and deciding some of those things that you're naturally good at, then you just make that list. After you've made a list of all those things, the things you're passionate about, the problems or the things people come to you to solve most of the times, ways you'd love to help people, things that you're naturally good at, then you take a good look at it and you begin to prioritize that list, right? See what is recurring for you in that list, what is common amongst all those things, and you make a decision. Perhaps you pick two that you really really love till you bring it down to your top choice. Now I remember I worked with a coach once who, for instance, he was a great, well, he is rather a great communicator. And one thing he shared with me is that he found that often in his life people always came to him for with regards to relationship problems, and hence knowing that, for instance, the data and relationship niche is a very profitable one, he eventually branched out into that direction. So doing this kind of self-exploration is really really worthwhile in helping you to decide how you want to help people, and by so doing you're picking your niche also, and I'll talk about niche in the next few minutes. But this also brings me to my next point. My next point is this: when deciding how you want to help people, there are three factors that I always ask my clients to pay attention to. And the three factors are gratification, flow, and profit. Where it simply means that whatever you're doing, the work is gratifying, right? It brings you a lot of joy. And when you sit to work, you get into flow, and it's also profitable. That is just what it simply means. Now, if you're new to the coaching industry, there are different number of niche that are profitable. And I just want to list 10 profitable niche for those of you who are watching me live or the replay and would love to have this information. So the fitness and weight loss niche, dating and relationships, the health niche is also very profitable, pets, self-improvement, personal development niche, investment and wealth building, making money online, beauty treatment, technology, the personal finance niche. So these 10 niche, they're very, very profitable. And of course, many people have found success in other niches. But the most important thing here is that once you've chosen a niche, it's important for you now to sub niche, right? To go down even further. So, say for instance, you chose the fitness and weight loss niche. You could sub niche by focusing on the keto diet. So, you help people to lose weight using the keto diet. So, when you sub niche, you're targeting very specific people, you're targeting very specific clients. This is what submission does. And you have to understand also that, many coaches, they tend to, this is a myth. You're not selling your services to everyone. You don't want everyone, right? You want to work with your ideal clients. So of course when you sub niche, it helps you to really zoom in, really zoom down, and target that particular client that you want to work with, that particular client that you want to help solve that problem. Does that make any sense? Right? So, your task today, if you're following the 7 step to launching your online coaching business, if you've done step one, congrats. Your task for step two really is to go through those pointers, the guidelines that I shared earlier, and identify the things you're good at, or your top talents, your skills, what people usually come to you for, ways you'd love to help people, sometimes even experiences. If for instance you've had an experience where in fact, I had a discovery call with a client a couple of weeks ago, and she came out of an experience where she had a traumatic, from a traumatic, how should I put it? Growing up as a child, she experienced certain things that caused her trauma. So now she wants to coach and work with people, to work with parents and helping them with their trauma. So sometimes even the experiences, if you've had any profound experiences, whether you are a victim of domestic violence, it could be anything, but you've had a profound experience, and you have transformed your life, and you can develop your own method. You can find your own method and a way of helping other people who are also experiencing this to go through a similar transformation so that they can be healed, or they can be well, or they can be happy, or whatever it is that you're helping them to achieve. So you can even examine those any profound experience that you have had that you now can take with you, bring it to the board, and coach other people in. Does that make sense? Great. So that is step two today. And let me just leave my closing points for those of you who may be joining me now. If you are, go back to the beginning so you can catch up on the beginning of the training. The first thing, step two, is to take time to clearly figure out how you want to help your clients. This is very important. Don't rush this process, because rushing this process is going to cause you to be changing your niche maybe three, four, five, 6 times before you actually find yourself in the so called sweet spot where you know this is what you want to be doing, you're invigorated, and it should be something that you're absolutely passionate about. The second thing is to ensure that whichever area you choose, there's gratification, flow, and profit. Meaning simply that when you work in this area, you deeply enjoy it, it's gratifying, you get into flow, and it's also a very profitable area. Even if it means sometimes when you're just starting off, it takes a while to build your business, but you are in a profitable niche. And next, you've got to, once you're clear on your niche, you've got to sub niche. The goal is in submission. So these are my three closing points I want to leave you with for step two. So join me again tomorrow for step three in launching your online coaching business. Thank you so much for joining me live, and I hope you enjoyed this training. Bye for now.